Blessings, beloved ones. This is Amanda Amethyst, and I'm here with a lunar tarot scope for you for the time period between the full moon in Sagittarius on June 20th and the new moon in Cancer on July 4th, 2016. Firstly, thank you all so much for joining me for these readings and for joining me for this reading today. Thank you also for liking this video, commenting, and sharing it with your friends if you enjoy it. Just to let you know, this is a general reading for everybody who will come into contact with this video for guidance for all of us for this time period between this full moon and the new moon coming up. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, you can contact me through my email address, which is nectarofthegoddesstemple@gmail.com. Okay, so I will be using the 5th tarot deck, which was created by Martine and Teresina Bockins. And I'll also be pulling a couple of oracle cards, one from the Goddess Guidance Oracle, which was created by Doreen Virtue, and also one from the Angels of Atlantis Sound Healing Oracle deck, which was created by Stuart Pearce. I'd like to start off by calling upon my personal team. We all have a team who works with us of beings in several different realms and densities of reality. And so I'm going to call upon my team, and then I'll ask for your permission to call upon your team, and if you do give consent, can give consent to that energetically and verbally, and if you don't give consent to that, then we won't be calling upon your team, and it's all good. And the choice is always up to you to give your consent or not. I call upon my subconscious inner child, my fully awakened adult, my higher self, my guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, elementals, inner earth beings, star beings, any and all beings who wish to support this reading for our highest good and the greatest good of all that is. And do I have your consent to call upon your team? If yes, you can energetically consent to that. For those who did consent, I call upon your subconscious inner child, your fully awakened adult, your higher self, your guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, star beings, inner earth beings, elementals, avatars, any and all beings who love you unconditionally to support this reading for your highest good and the greatest good of all that is. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us here today and for your support, guidance, and love each and every day. Some of the insight that I have before I start pulling cards, this full moon on June 20th is also the Summer Solstice, which is a really amazing day. It's the first official day of summer, and it's also the longest day of the year. It is a very powerful day for manifestation and for creation. And the solstice is powered by the longest amount of solar energy that we will receive this year. And it's also coupled this year with a full moon. So what that means is that all of this masculine solar light, which we are blessed to receive all day long, we will also continue to receive the reflection of this solar power through the light reflecting off of the feminine, off of the full moon that same evening. So we're not only going to have access to all of this beautiful solar energy all day, we'll have the continued reflection of this solar energy all night as well. So it's a really beautiful, very powerful day. It is June 20th is a really powerful day, as I said, to balance your own internal masculine and feminine energies. And also, it's a powerful day to explore working with a partner or working with a group to fully take advantage of all of these creational and manifestational energies that are available to us on this day. We all know what's right for us. It might be best for you to work with yourself and your own energy. Many people prefer that, and that's beautiful. It may be most effective for you to work with a partner, or it may be most effective for you to work with a group, or to move between all three of those throughout the day. So just go ahead and take the time to figure out what works best for you, and be sure that you are ready to take advantage of all of these beautiful opportunities available to us throughout the day and the night as well. So don't worry if you have to work all day, you can still go outside on your lunch break and soak in some of that sunlight energy, or you can continue to work by the reflected solar light through the moonlight at night. Okay? This is a day of action. Some things that you may do on this day that could help to take advantage of this energy are things like energy work, working with your own energy, participating in or creating your own ceremony, joining a group intention setting. And then another thing that you could do is creating and immediately implementing an action plan. So this is a day of action. And lately in the readings, we've been talking a lot about deep inner work and really navigating our depths and coming to know ourselves more fully. And it's a lot of focus inside and taking the time to retreat and take care of ourselves and look within, so that we will be able to continue on our path. And we're shifting, especially with this, all of this influx of solar energy with the summer and with the solstice, we're shifting into a time of outward expression. After so much deep inner work, very personal work, now is the time to shine yourself outwards. So it's time to share what it is that you have learned in whatever ways are relevant and reasonably comfortable for you. And I choose the words reasonably comfortable because this is also a time to break through our fear barriers. This is a time to just cut through that fear edge. And so maybe it's time to explore things that are a little bit outside your comfort zone. Of course, we don't want to jump into things that are so scary for us that it can feel traumatic or stop us from taking action. But this is a time of growth. You've grown a lot. You've been doing a lot of work, and it's time to spread that and express yourself. And when we cut through that fear edge, we find that it's not actually as scary as it can sometimes seem from inside the box that we keep ourselves prisoners of. Okay? So go ahead and give yourself permission to be vulnerable and to be authentic. By simply being you and being the fullest expression of yourself that you can in a given moment, while you're out in public or while you're with a group of friends, you have a huge impact on all of those people around you. So again, by simply being yourself and being the fullest expression, allowing yourself to be authentically yourself and to be vulnerable, to be authentically yourself while you're in the presence of other people, that's going to have a huge impact on people. Even if they don't tell you it's having a huge impact on them, it really will. So share your gifts that you've been cultivating. Okay. Towards the end of the time that this reading is covering, towards the new moon in Cancer, with Cancer, there's a lot of emotional energy. So it's a great time to maintain awareness or to bring awareness back to your emotional landscape. You may feel more sensitive and wish to retreat and have more personal space. Or it simply may be beneficial for you to bring awareness to the idea that you may be more sensitive so that you can continue to interact with the people around you in a compassionate way and also continue to not take things personally. So we have talked about this before several times, particularly in the last video, but this message of not taking things personally really continues on. This is a huge step for all of us in our lives. So go ahead and express what you are called to express, and then let it go. And don't take people's reactions to what you express personally, and don't take other people's expressions personally. Our missions also continue to unfold in perfect timing, and support may come to you in unexpected ways and at unexpected times. So there's a lot of active energy right now, and it's a really exciting thing. One card that just really was showing itself to me a lot out of the 5th tarot deck is the 8 of Lotus, interconnectedness. And this, what I'm receiving about this card is, at the beginning I call in our teams, or whoever teams are open to that. You can also call in your own team. This card is showing me that many of us have team members who we are not aware of and who we can contact and be in touch with. Particularly with this card and with just the energy that's coming through, it feels very, it feels like star beings, otherwise known as extraterrestrials or aliens. So it feels like a lot of star being energy of part of our teams letting us know that they are there for us and that they are willing, ready, able, and very enthusiastic to connect with us. As we connect with our teams and as we connect with other beings and beings of other dimensions and beings of other densities, it's important to also maintain our own boundaries too. So, for example, choosing to interact with and call in only beings which are aligned with our highest good and the highest good of all that is, and just being aware of how you feel when you're interacting with these beings, what types of messages are coming through, do they resonate with you or not. Once again, it's all up to you, whether or not you consent to things, whether or not you agree with things. So this card also, interconnectedness, is not just about it's not just about star beings, it's about all beings. It's this oneness energy. And of course, many people are waking up to the fact that we're all one as a human family, and that's really beautiful. And this card takes that to the next level. It is a lotus suit, 8 of Lotus. The lotus suit is the soul essence suit in this deck. And so this card invites us to expand our idea of oneness, to go beyond the human family to all animals, plants, all beings everywhere in all dimensions, and to really get this expanded sense of self. And as we are able to tap into this really beautiful connection with all that is, we access this state of stillness, we access this state of ease and grace and love, and truly of not taking things personally, as we were talking about before. And it becomes very easy and graceful and flowing to move through life. So that's what this card is reminding us of. We can tap into that. The colors in this card are also very peaceful. It's a lot of blue-green, so it's heart and throat colors. So really being in our hearts when we're speaking to others. If we're having a hard time, or if we're bringing something up that could be emotional or might be expressed in a way that may be hurtful to others, just bring yourself back to your heart before you express. Or if you are in the process of expressing and it's just stay aware and stay connected to your heart. And don't worry so much about whether or not you're making all the points that you'd like to make. Feel it out. Okay, so let's get to the other cards for this time period between the full moon in Sagittarius, June 20th, and the new moon in Cancer on July 4th, 2016. So this one, and one more. This one. Two more. Okay, that's great. And a Goddess Guidance card. This. And an Angels of Atlantis card. That one just came right out. Beautiful. Okay. The first tarot card which we received is the Initiate of Feathers. So the feather suit. And as I'm pulling these cards, just go ahead and take a look at the imagery of the cards and feel into it as well. Does it have a certain feeling for you? Does it remind you of something, perhaps a dream or a past experience you've had? Or does it stir something deep within you that may be relevant to you as an individual? Because again, this is a general reading, so we'll cover things that are relevant. Some of them will be relevant for everybody, some of them will only be relevant for certain people. So I invite you also to just feel into it yourself as well. The Initiate of Feathers. The feather suit is our mental body, our thoughts, our perceptions of the reality of the world. And the Initiate of Feathers. This is somebody, and when I say this is somebody, it could be a person in your life. It could also just be where you are at. That's how I generally take it, is this is where we are at right now. This is an initiation card. There is a sacred temple, and the Kukulkan, the feathered serpent, rising up. And we also see the Pleiades, the star system in the background. So again, with the star beings. And this is an initiation. So being initiated either formally with a teacher or informally or by yourself, or just this time period is a time of initiation. And we are, again, being offered this expanded awareness of our reality, similar to this card, which is that expanded awareness of the oneness of all that is, the interconnectedness of all that is, which this can be a mental thing, but it's more so an experience. It's being this interconnectedness. And this is allowing the expansion of our mind, allowing the expansion of our perception of reality. Letting go of, as I was speaking before about being these boxes that we keep ourselves in that are created out of fear. And with the feathered serpent, the serpent sheds its skin. So again, there's that sense of releasing and moving out of something that we have been keeping ourselves within, that has been restricting or constricting us. So moving beyond that, shedding this skin and soaring higher with our minds and with our view of reality. Wow. Okay. The next card that we received is the Hermit. This is a major arcana card. The Earth suit. The Hermit. This energy goes with the energy of Cancer for me as well. The Hermit, this could be a time to retreat, a time to spend time by yourself in contemplation of all of the information and knowledge that you've gained along the way. The Hermit is one who has gained all of this knowledge, and also who has spent the time in meditation, in reflection, to process and integrate this information. And this Hermit also has a staff that has a light shining outwards. So as we were talking about, after having done all of this deep inner work, now it's time to shine it outwards. You don't have to go around telling people what to do, but simply by being yourself, because you have already integrated all of this, and because of who you are and what you are, shining your light will draw those who are ready to receive what you have to share to you. This is also a confirmation. If you have been feeling that sometimes we feel like we have so much to do and so much to share, and we really feel pressured to get out there and do it. This can be a confirmation for people who have been feeling more called to retreat a little bit and take rest for themselves. It's okay to take rest for yourself. It's good. It's healthy to take rest for yourself so that when it is time to take action, you have the energy to do that. And you've also had the time to process all of the other events which you have experienced and all of the information that you've gathered along the way. So you may be going into retreat, or you may be coming out of retreat, or moving in and out. So the last two cards that we got are also the stone suit. Got the One of Stones, Recordkeeper. This is another earth and sky card with more sacred temples. And there's also a breastplate that is, the foreground of the image is a breastplate with a star sapphire right at the heart. So again, with the nod to the star beings and this ancient knowledge and technology, this card is sort of, to me, like an ancient future card. This card is saying that you are a record keeper. You are the record keeper of earthly knowledge and star knowledge, and many of us are here at this time to bridge these two levels of being, to ground in higher frequencies into the earth plane, some of which have been here before and have not been celebrated in such a way for thousands of years, some of which have never been here before. And that is what a lot of us are here to do, is to ground these energies into ourselves. And some of them are already there in our DNA. Some of them we are actively bringing in. We are getting activated. And then we ground this into ourselves. And as we were talking about earlier, we simply are. Simply be, and be authentic. And this energy in you is palpable to others and also palpable to the earth. You can also take specific actions to share this energy with the earth and with others if you feel called to do that. But simply by being here and being you, you are already doing more than enough. Thank you. And this is all the gifts also of the earth suit. The earth suit is our body, our physical body, our day-to-day lives, our finances, our jobs. So this is abundance. This is manifestation of our physical, earthly lives and that which we wish to create. So knowing that you have that ability within you to create and to manifest all of the things in life which you desire. The last tarot card which we received is the Two of Stones, Harmony. Balance, harmony, cultivation. There are people also in this card, it's a little difficult to see, but there are some people in the landscape of this card. There's also malachite, which is a beautiful stone of working with the earth and it's a Divine Mother stone. It's a really lovely energy to work with. And we also see these fields which have been cultivated. So all of the things which you've been cultivating in your life, in your physical body, in your spiritual path, this is the summertime. This is a time to continue to nurture those things and to take action towards these things which we have already planted, to continue cultivating them and to continue cultivating our relationships with others and with ourselves in balance and harmony. To be in balance and harmony with others, we must be in balance and harmony with ourselves and with our surroundings. So we have a lot of similar colors. There's a lot of blue and a lot of green in several of these cards. So bringing it back to the heart, also going back to the earth, spending time outside. It's summertime. It's a beautiful time to be outside and reinvigorate ourselves that way. There's a lot of lush energy in these cards as well. Let's take a look at the During Virtue Goddess Guidance card, Damara, guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. Damara is a fairy queen, and she's a very beautiful Celtic fairy queen, one of the followers of Danu. Damara is a very powerful energy and can also be very playful. She also has sort of a mama bear energy. So she's very light and loving and playful until a certain line gets crossed, and then she exerts her power palpably. You can feel it. And we just had another card fall off the deck of the Goddess Guidance, so we'll look at that in a minute. But this is a call to work with children in some way. If you have children in your life, those are the children you're being called to work with. If children are coming into your life, you can also connect with those children. You can give to charities which support children. You can give your time. And really, yes, giving our time and connecting with all of these beautiful children who are here now. These children are amazing. All children are amazing, and especially the ones who are coming through now. They're so clear, they're so connected, they're so gifted. And again, by simply being authentic and being ourselves, we can provide these children with powerful and loving connections with adults. The more exposure to adults and the more positive interactions children can have, the better it is for them. Also, the more that we can encourage children with the fairies, and actually I had brought over a fairy for the reading. I guess I was feeling the fairy energy. Fairies are very playful and love, again, to be outside, and they're nature spirits. So connecting with nature, protecting nature, and also our natural state. So allowing children to be who and what they are and encouraging that. So much of the time children get repressed and told, no, don't do that. But just simply allowing them to be who and what they are is a very powerful gift which we can give to children. See who the other goddess is. Sekhmet, be strong. All right. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. That's beautiful. Sekhmet, an African goddess. She is both a lunar and solar goddess, so perfect timing for her with this longest day of the year also being a full moon. She is a lion goddess. Be strong. Strength and independence. This personal will, this inner will. You're stronger than you think you are, and your strength ensures a happy outcome. Be the queen or the king that you are, and allow for all of the goodness to fall into place in your life because you deserve it, and because you've been doing your work, I almost said you've been fighting. I don't necessarily like to use that word, but that's what's coming up right now. You've been fighting for what you believe in. You've been following your path. And there are good things coming from that. The last card, the Angels of Atlantis card, Archangel Michael, Patience. And again, we have some Egyptian, Sekhmet is also, we have some Egyptian energy coming through here with Michael, Patience. Everything is aligning in divine timing. That's what this image is everything aligning in divine timing. The pyramids are constructed so that they line up with the planets at certain times. So are these pyramids. So we've got a lot of pyramids. Yeah. We've got a lot of other beings assisting us. So this innate beauty, this innate knowledge, this innate worth, which we all have within us, combining with the assistance and connection with the other aspects of the expanded us. So I like to call it little me and big me. Like I'll refer to little Amanda like this. This is little Amanda. This, what I perceive to be me in this version of reality. And then the greater all that is also me. Let's see what, this is a sound healing deck, so I'll take a look at the book to see what the channeled sound is for this card, Michael, Patience. And we'll end with this sound. Thank you again so much for joining me for this video. And please do like it, share with your friends, comment, contact me with any questions, or if you'd like a personal reading. I'd love to be in touch with everybody. We are doing this. We are creating a global movement. So let's keep in touch. Okay, Michael, the cosmic leader, Patience. Okay, I'm going to read the whole little entry. Okay, so Michael's oracle suggests that you have been rushing to create, to make manifest. Work to allow, dear one, then you will truly see patience as an active force. I like that, patience as an active force in the time distance between visualization and manifestation. Meditate on stillness so that you may consider your desire without attachment. Contemplate the splendor of the 3 great pyramids at Giza that took a large number of years to build, yet no one ever doubted that eventually they would stand. Indeed, they have stood for the last 4,500 years. Remember that 3 is the number behind all manifestation, and this is the principal virtue of Michael's teaching. Ponder on this in stillness and silence. So again, thank you all, and many blessings until the next time.